Welcome, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Our today's topic is types of demand. Students, in this lesson, we have already learned individual demand and direct demand. Individual demand and direct demand both are the concept of demand, but many of the students are including individual demand and market demand in types of demand. So let me tell you that types of demand, this topic is totally different than the concept of demand. So in concept of demand, individual demand and market demand will come, and types of demand, there are different types which we are going to discuss right now. So let us start with the topic types of demand. There are 5 types of demand. Number 1, direct demand. Number 2, indirect demand. Number 3, complementary or joint demand. Number 4, composite demand. And number 5, competitive demand. Now we'll discuss all these 5 types in detail one by one. In that, very first type is direct demand. This is the demand by the consumer for goods which satisfy their wants directly. They serve direct consumption needs of the consumer. This point says that if consumer want to satisfy their needs, they wanted to buy the commodity, and those commodities are directly satisfying their needs without making any process. This demand is called as direct demand. In short, directly buy the commodities from the market and use that commodity will satisfy their needs. Example, demand for cloth, sugar, etc. Or you can say that all the consumer goods which are including your TV, fridge, washing machine, all the consumer goods are satisfying direct need of the consumer. So this is called as direct demand. Next type is indirect demand. This type is just opposite to first one, that is direct demand. Indirect demand. Indirect demand is also known as derived demand. It refers to demand for goods which are needed for further production. This point says that indirect demand means you are buying that commodity from the market, you are making some process on it, and you are creating a new product, that is called as your indirect demand. Examples are given: demand for workers in a factory, raw material, etc. Now see in this example, demand for workers. Demand means when you are hiring workers in a factory, those workers are not going to satisfy your needs directly. Workers will produce the goods, and whatever goods has been produced by those workers, those goods will be satisfy your need. So demand for workers in a factory, this will be one example. Second example, raw material. See, directly when you are buying raw material from the market, raw material will not going to satisfy your need. So what you have to make is, from raw material you have to make a finished goods, and that finished goods will satisfy your need. That means you are making some process on it, then only whatever commodity will be produced, that commodity will satisfy your need. That is called as indirect demand. Moving further, the third type is complementary or joint demand. See the word joint demand. Joint means together. Now, what is the meaning of complementary demand? When two or more goods are demanded jointly to satisfy a single want, it is known as joint or complementary demand. Now, this point says that if you are demanding only one commodity, that will not satisfy your needs. So, what you have to do is, along with one commodity, you have to demand another commodity also, then only your need can be satisfied. Here, examples are given: car and petrol, pen and ink, etc. So, car and petrol, this is an example. If you have a car but you don't have petrol, that will not work. So, both the things, car should be there, petrol should also be there, then only you can satisfy your need with the car and petrol. Second example, pen and ink. If you have only pen but ink is not there, again that pen is not going to be useful for us. So, pen and ink both should be required at a time to satisfy your need. One more example I wanted to give you. Suppose you wanted to make a tea. So for that tea, what are the ingredients are required? One is water, second one is tea powder, third is sugar, fourth is milk. So these are the four basic requirements to make a tea. Now students, if you have water, if you have sugar, if you have milk, but you don't have tea powder, is it possible for you to make a tea? No. That means what? Tea powder should be also there with you, then only you can be able to make a tea. So that means all these four ingredients are jointly required to make a tea, then only tea can be possible. So this kind of product demand is called as joint or complementary demand. Moving further, next type is composite demand. Now, composite demand is totally opposite with the joint demand. In case of composite demand, demand for a commodity which can be put to several uses is known as composite demand. That means one commodity can be sufficient to satisfy various needs. This is called as composite demand. Means only one product is required to satisfy your different need. Here examples are given: electricity, water, etc. Now here in this example, electricity is a one product that you are demanding. But with the help of electricity, you are using multi-purpose commodities. So for example, electricity can be useful to run your mixer, to run your washing machine, to run the fans, to run the lights, etc., etc. So all the electronic items are totally depend on the electricity. If we wanted to use all these items, then what is required? Electricity. Second example, water. See, water you can be used for many of the purposes. So water is one commodity. With the help of water you can satisfy your different needs. So this is called as one commodity is demanded to satisfy your different needs. This is called as your composite demand. The last type is competitive demand. Now the word competitive demand means here two or more commodities are competing with each other. See here, what is the meaning of competitive demand? It is the demand for those goods which are substitute for each other. Now what is the meaning of substitute goods? Substitute goods means those goods, here more goods are there but the use of the commodity is same, that is called as substitute commodity. So In case of competitive demand, what is there? Demand for those goods which are substitute for each other. Here examples are given: tea or coffee, Pepsi or Coke, sugar or jaggery, etc. See, in case of tea or coffee, tea is a different product, coffee is a different product, but what is the use of both? Only one, that is refreshment. See, in next example, Pepsi or Coke. See, Pepsi is a different, Coke is a different, but what is the use? Both are the soft drinks. Then sugar is a different product, jaggery is a different product. So, but the use of both the things are same. So, here substitute goods means what? Two different commodities, but the use is same. This is called as substitute demand. And when the person is demanding substitute goods, that is called as what? Competitive demand. I hope today's lecture you have understood very well. Thank you.